Good afternoon, traders. Joseph here from Eightcap. Very happy Friday to you. So we're just doing a quick walk around on a couple of markets just to wrap up the week. The market's been watching during the week. Now I wasn't trading on silver, but silver obviously was a big winner out of gold and silver. So just looking here, we can just see how how strong that move was yesterday. It's a bit of buying at the moment today, but I think the real question now is, and we're going to really get stuck into gold, but the real question is, do we see a move back up to test resistance at 28.86? There's a little bit of US dollar news coming up to end the week, mainly consumer sentiment. And but here, looking at this trend with this nice higher low, with a nice that first impulse up, a pullback which you want to see at resistance. So it was it was coming in as scripted. Saw another higher low and then that nice breakout and move higher. So in terms of really for silver, if we see this momentum continue, we want to see a move back up here. If we do see a pullback, I'd like to see this resistance area sort of respected. Now, just getting over to gold. Gold was, it doesn't look as good as silver at this stage, but we still are seeing some good things. So far today, price has been a little bit firmer. There's the tensions and other areas which have been driving price previously. They're still there, but they're definitely not as in focus as they probably once were. But we are still seeing some demand. It's had a bit of an interesting relationship to the US dollar, and we'll get to that in one moment. Looking here, we can see some good signs, and it's similar to silver, just on a lot more laid back sort of scale. So we can see this downtrend here was broken. We had a higher low. After this first higher low, market moved up, had a pullback, we had to move up, we had a breakout. So this is really the area, this area here would like to see respected if we do see a pullback. The moving average is pointing up. So there's a few things pointing in the right direction. Had a nice bit of volume there, which is above the previous volume, in terms of yesterday's move higher. So things do look good, the structure looks okay, but now really we just want to see the next pullback turn into another higher low with another higher high, and then we want to see a move back up, hopefully to get back up and test 2391, and then if we do see a break at that area, who knows, but for now, the structure does look okay, and we could have a bit of a continuation in play here. So looking at the dollar, I think in terms of the influence, I think we are seeing a bit of a resumption, going back to, mirroring each other to a degree. So we had seen a bit of a pull away from gold. I think things have started to, lightly return to each other at the moment. So the dollar, we can see that nice move down. We had a counter rally. We had the fades, which you want to see in a counter rally, and then we've had our first move down. So what we really want to see tonight, if we're going to see further lower prices, is we want to see yesterday's low broken. We want to see this little rally here start to be faded, turn into a new weekly low and a new move lower. We want to see a break of this area as well. We can see a lot of demand coming in previously. I had really 3 bars there where there's been a good amount of demand, and that's from that area around about 104.98. So just on really 105, just to make it square. So we have a trend break, and now we want to see this turn into a proper lower high with a move, with a continuation lower, setting up, and this pullback is going to continue to move. If we do see, decent selling on the dollar, we are wondering if we do see 104.05 met, and if we do, will we see support coming there again? There was a previous resistance point that turned into support. It's a logical area to see tested and maybe see new support formed if we do see a move back down to this area, and we do have a break of that support there. So key resistance is up at 106.33. Without getting too carried away on the dollar, that's definitely one we'll be looking to see if it can continue to move lower and can give gold a bit more drive. And if this does occur, I'll be looking to see if bulls can continue to push on, and if we can get back up to that level. Now, just lastly, without making this video too long, the final market we have been watching is Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, we can see a nice, this pattern down in this uptrend. Now, if we just zoom out a bit, we still have a very nice uptrend here. We've had this nice pullback. It was a decent pullback. I'm just going to measure that here for you. So we can see that pullback was around that 23% point, and we can see now we've had a couple of mainly this attempt here to get the trend back on on track. That was rejected pretty badly with this nice leg lower. Now, what's interesting is we saw a new attempt. Now, this latest attempt to move back up, and we saw what looked like, another lower high, a new push lower, but that was interrupted yesterday, and we have seen buyers come back into the market, and we can see really support starting to form really from this area here once again, and that's at 66.44.45. Take your pick, doesn't really matter too much, and we can see a little bit of a change here with a higher low. Now, if you are looking at this, you can see a very mild looking inverse head and shoulders. Now, they're okay. It's not a bad pattern. It is a reversal pattern, and in this case, it would be a reversal pattern for buyers. But that's really, where's our neckline really? It's a hard one to judge. It's not the best pattern, but it is there. So maybe our neckline is sort of this area here, or even here. So what we are really wanting to know now is, are we seeing a pattern of reversal? Now, you can call this, whatever you want, an M or whatever. Really, what I'm really interested in focusing in on is this area here. So something that has happened previously, which we had a lower high, decline, lower high, decline. We had a lower high. We haven't had a decline. We had a stop. Now, we had a stop here. We had a stop here, but then the market resumed down. So if this area can hold, and if we can see that hold for a few sessions over the weekend into next week, and we don't see a break of this low, that could be starting to tell us that there's proper support starting to form here, and we could see enough demand start to filter in that we could see a new move back up to test and break this resistance. On the short term, this is the key resistance. It's 63912. We can even see buyers this morning, after a very nice little rally up this morning, got even into, just started to get into that area, and straight away they were kicked down by sellers, and so far buyers are struggling to sort of hold this bar in the positive. We would like to see this bar hold in the positive, and if it doesn't and we see a move down, we really don't want to see a close below this low. A close below this low starts to change things, and we probably could start to look for another move down. If this low can hold, we'll continue to look for further signs that this could be a new point of resistance against sellers, and the buyers are starting to get something going. And then we have to just take it into the background and have a look at this pattern here, and then add this to these areas here, and then try to really work out if we are seeing some sort of resistance and reversal pattern in the works. We've seen a bit of volume here as well, which is good to see, and we can see that strong volume yesterday where sellers were thoroughly rejected and buyers took control once again. So we really just need to see some buyer strength and a bit of buyer drive, and we just need to see price get back into this area and hopefully beat it. If we can break this, if we continue to see a rally and this resistance area is beaten, and then we come back up with a new higher low and a new rally, that's then when we would start looking for a test of this area, and then maybe even to get back up to this area. But first things first, we really want to see this this trigger bar here really hold, and then let's just see if we can get a confirmation bar. If again, I just want to touch on this again. If we see a break of this low with a close below it, that is a bit of a worry, traders, and then it could signal that we could see a new move back down. So that's some of our thoughts, some of the ideas, and just some of the markets that we are watching at the moment. So just to run over it, gold, we are looking for further higher prices. Bitcoin, we're looking to see if buyers can once again hold firm, and if we can see higher prices get going out of that. And the dollar index, we are looking for it to continue lower if we can see that continuation confirmed. So thanks very much for watching the video up to this point. We wish you all the best for your weekend. Enjoy your trading, and just to remember, US dollar wise, we have CPI and PPI coming out next week, so they could play a role in some of the pictures we've been talking about today. So all the best for the weekend. Thank you again. Good trading, and bye for now.